If you don't mind me writing, if you don't mind writing it, I'm okay. I got a real bad headache. I took medicine a little while ago, so I might not even be on here that long, but I'm on here right now. Today's topic is what if. If you don't mind grabbing up your journals or something to write with, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I have a real bad headache. Today's topic is what if. What if? Yes. What if? You ever been in a situation and you question certain things? Today's topic is what if. You ever been in a situation where you question certain things? You've questioned certain things, you wondered about certain things, and sometimes you walked away from certain things because you don't know the outcome because so many people are afraid. Welcome in, welcome in. I have a headache today. Welcome in. I hope you had a great day. Hope everybody had a great day. But today's topic is what if? What if? Like, what if it work out and what if it don't? Have you ever been in a situation where you had is what if? Y'all don't know how long I'm gonna be on here because my head is pounding. I tried to jump on, but I don't know y'all. I had a headache. But have you ever been in a situation where you're saying, what if? What if? What if? What if I did this and what if I did that? What if it work out? What if it don't? So today's topic is what if? Because a lot of people are single because they assume that certain things ain't gonna work out. They assume that it ain't no good men or it ain't no good women. They assume that everybody cheats or nobody. They assume everybody's perfect. Today's topic is what if. Like, what if you pursued that relationship and it worked out? What if you got with that man that was married, you took him from his old lady, and you realized that she was really the breadwinner? What if you got with that you got with old girl that you've been kicking it with, and you look past the woman that want you, and you realize she wasn't even all that? Like, what if? What if you applied for that job and you got it and you liked it? What if you got that job and you didn't like it? What if you bought that house, but then once you got in the house, you couldn't afford it because stuff breaking down? What if you bought that car? What if you bought the car of your dreams and you needed to get something fixed, but you couldn't afford to get it fixed? What if you moved away from your hometown and you did good, but what if you moved and you flopped? What if, because I know a lot of people want to move away, and the first place people be saying they want to move to Texas. I hear a lot of people talk about moving to Texas. I ain't never been to Texas. I'm not knocking Texas, but what if you moved to Texas and you still ran into the same situation you ran into in your hometown? What if you had a baby from a person and then you realized they wanted the person that you thought? What if you gave that person a chance and you realized they wasn't the person that you thought? Like, say she want to move, she want to get right. We can talk about it. What if? What if you don't move and everything work out where you at right now? Welcome in, Chrissy. Y'all, I'm trying to get on live, but when I tell y'all my head is pounding, man, kidding. I have a real bad headache, y'all. I don't even got 10,000 taps, but I feel like just go ahead and start. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking. This water. I'm drinking some water, but if it get worse, I ain't gonna be on here long. But listen, girl, my head pounding. I took some medicine, but what if? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see how long I can be on here, even if it's 30 minutes. I don't got 10,000 taps, but I'm going to go ahead and get started because I probably won't be on here long. Repent of my sin, Lord Jesus, I come to you humble. Thank you in advance for choosing me to be the person you chose to speak to your people. Lord, I'm asking that you cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. Lord, I'm asking that you throw your weight around. Lord, I'm asking that you plead the blood of Jesus over my son, over my husband, over the airways. Lord, heal my body from the inside out. Send quality over quantity. Send the engagers in here. Lord, create me a clean heart so I don't bleed on your people. Create them a clean heart so they're open to hear the receive the word that's about to go down. Lord, don't let this word go out and return to you void. Let this word go out and do just what it's supposed to do. Don't let this message fall on deaf ears. Cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits, anything not sent by you. Your son, in Jesus' name, amen. Listen, y'all. Your girl got a real bad headache. I took some medicine when I came home, and I wanted to get on here and talk because I didn't get on yesterday. My procedure went well. I didn't get, you know what I think? I got a headache because I didn't get good sleep last night. After the procedure, and because they had to put me to sleep. And when they put me to sleep, all that anesthesia that's in your body, like, it didn't sit well with me. Like, I didn't sleep well last night, and I think that's why I got a headache. And I've been fine all day. But I got a headache right now, but it's fine. But I'm going to talk a little bit. That's why I went ahead and prayed. I even got 10,000 taps, and I already done prayed. But listen, what if, welcome in. Let's talk about it for a little bit. What if you wanted something and you didn't pursue it or you didn't go get it because you felt like, you know what, it's too much work? What if you took that test and you passed and got the job that you want? What if you studied and passed the test? Because I know I can't be the only one that has wanted things in life and it ain't never came to pass. And it ain't never came to pass. I know it's got to be some things in your life that you want and you question it because you don't know the outcome. You don't know what's behind it. You don't really know. It's the unknown. A lot of people are afraid of the unknown because they don't know what is to come. And then some people get in situations where they assume that everything that glitters is gold. They look at something, especially on social media. Thank you. A lot of people get on social media or they stand behind social media. Welcome in. They stand behind social media and they assume that everything is all perfect on this side. They'll look at something and they be like, I want this and I want that relationship. Or I want that relationship. Or I want that house and I want that car. But what if you got what they had and realized it ain't what you want? What if you got what they had but you realize it ain't what you want? Some people sit around and be too busy wondering. But you don't really know the have. You don't know the story. You only know you know what you see. Like, for instance, I see Fantasia's husband proposed to her the other day. Her daddy got on after that and was like, he's been stealing from her. We only know what we've seen in the tabloids or on social media. We don't really know what to believe. But if we sat down and looked at the history of things, we've seen too many women, celebrity women, get with these men, and these men do be trying to get over on them. We've seen it too many times where we assume that things are good. We can talk about Cardi B. Cardi B, right here with Stefan, don't had a baby from Stefan. Now they're at each other's throats because of what? Because he's been showing her who he was all this time, but she closed the blind eye to what he was really telling her. Now, what if she would have stayed in the situation that she was in with her baby daddy? What if she would have tried to work it out in her marriage? What if she wouldn't have had that baby from him? Would she be able to walk away quicker? Sometimes you got to stop. You got to really stop and look at your life and quit assuming you behind, or you're not, or you don't have what you have, or you don't have what other people have, because you assume that their life is better than yours because they always talking about what they got. What if you met a man, had a baby with that man, and he pretended to be Superman, and when y'all got together, you realized he was never a Superman. He just put on that persona and it looked good. What if you walked away from the man that would have been Superman because you assumed the other man had more money? Sometimes you got to really, this is why I be telling women, and I try to pour into women and tell them, quit rushing into things and get to know what it is that you have, or who it is that you would have. There's nobody perfect. We already established that there's nobody perfect. But sometimes we have women that will walk away. Shalom. Welcome in. We have women that will walk away from a good man. A good man. That part. Not a perfect man. We have people, women. Let's talk about the women right now. We'll have women to walk away from a good man because of a man with potential. Because he potentially has the things that you need. He potentially can be a good man. Welcome in, Yanni. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. He potentially. We have men that'll look past a good woman because he wants what he sees on social media. What if that man gave a woman that ain't shaped like a Coke bottle a chance? That part. Welcome in. What if, I got a flash code, but what if? Today's topic is what if. Today's topic is what if. What if you would have stayed with your baby daddy? How would that have worked? What if you would have stayed with your baby mama? How would that have worked? What if you would have aborted your baby? What if the abortion that you had, what if you would have kept that baby? Because there is always a time in your life you have that what if moment. What if you got with that man and he stood 10 toes down and everything that he told you in the beginning, he stood on it? Like, what if he really was that man? Like, seriously. Like, I was saying, some people don't give people certain chances or opportunities because they always holler about, oh, ain't no good men out there. But what if he actually is a good man? What if he's the man that you've been talking about, but you didn't know you was talking about? What if he a real gentleman? What if he the type of man that open car doors? What if he the type of man that want to hold you at night? What if he the type of man that want to see you do good? Some people listening to me, but they're not listening to me because they can't understand what I'm saying. Some people want to go live on social media. Some people want to take social media by storm. They want to do big things on social media, but a lot of people are scared. But what if you went live and people flocked to your live? What if you posted something and it went viral? What if the son that you had, people talked about that he would never be nothing, but then grew up to be somebody? What if you were the black sheep in the family? What if? What if you was the black sheep in the family and everybody doubted you and said that you was not going to be nobody, you weren't going to be nobody, nothing, you weren't going to accomplish nothing? And what if you were like a rose in a concrete, in a concrete jungle? What if you was a rose in a concrete jungle? They doubted you. They said you wouldn't, but you did anyways. What if you struggled for a long time in your life and then after a while something happened and you got on your feet? What if you looked at a situation and you said, I can't do this, and you did it anyway? What if you listened to somebody that told you to wait on God and you waited on God and it turned out to be better than you thought? What if God is real? Thank you. What if God ain't real? What if it ain't no heaven or no hell? What if you decided to trust God today? What if you decided to love today? What if you decided to forgive today? What if yesterday you wanted to give up, but today you kept going? What if yesterday you wanted to give up, but you kept going, and today was a day that you've been blessed? You ever been in a situation you've been broke? I'm talking about hard down broke. You ain't have a penny to your name, and you ain't know how you was gonna make it. And you went to the mailbox and you got a check. That feeling. You ever wanted something so bad and you tried it and it was worth it, or you tried it and it wasn't worth it? Sometimes we got to do things by ourselves. You ever been around a bunch of people sharing stuff, sharing? You ever, like I'm saying, you sat with a group of people and you shared some dreams and hopes and admirations, and somebody in the crowd went to saying, you ain't gonna be able to do that. You ain't qualified. You ain't got enough degrees. You don't got enough schooling. They'll never hire you because you're a black woman. You're a black man. They'll never respect you because you ghetto. They'll never respect you because you came from a single parent household. They'll never allow you in there because those people, they're rich. And they just threw salt in the game. And you messed around and separated and started doing your own thing, and it messed around and worked out. The same people that they assumed was too high and mighty, you started bumping elbows with, and you realized they were really down to earth people. Sometimes you got to do things by yourself. Sometimes you got to walk away from what you know. Sometimes you got to walk away from the norm. Sometimes you got to walk away from what's comfortable. What if God made your life uncomfortable and it wasn't the devil? What if the Lord sent something that would break your heart and break you all the way down? I'm talking about God. What if he the reason why you was crying today? Does that mean he doesn't love you? What if today you started parenting to your children? You started telling your kids the word no. What if you grew up today? What if you matured? What if you stopped talking so much and started listening? Sometimes it's best to just listen and be quiet. What if you really been quiet? What if you sat and you thought to yourself, I don't know what the outcome gonna be. I'm scared of the unknown. A lot of people scared of the unknown because they don't know what's to come. What if? let's switch it around. What if you knew your future? What if God gave you everything that you've been asking for? What if you didn't have to pray to God about nothing else? Like today, he just said, you know what? I'm going to give you your inheritance. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to tell you your future. You're going to know every day what's going to happen to you. Like, what would you do with that information? Knowing exactly what's going to happen to you. Some people might think, you know what? I love to know what's going to happen to me. I love to know my future. I would love to be in charge of my own future. That part. To me, I wouldn't want to know my future. I wouldn't want to know every time I got up exactly what was going to happen. And I'm talking about the Lord gave everything to you, the good and the bad. Like, just think about that. You know how sometimes people be saying, if there's a God, why won't he let us win the lottery? If there's a God, why all this bad stuff happening? Just imagine if you was a millionaire. If you became a millionaire right now, what would you even do with all that money? Some people that's on the outside, meaning they look at other rich people and they say, I wish I was rich. I wish I was rich. You may not be rich, but you in a place, you in your right mind. Thank you. You in your right mind. I know y'all be on social media and y'all hear stuff. There are so many millionaires that are miserable. But when you don't got money, you want it. And you assume that life would be different if you had it. Money makes you happy for the moment. And when you don't got none, that's the first thing you want to scream, I want money, I want money. If you were able to do whatever you wanted to do with no, like, just imagine if we didn't have no jails and there was no consequences, just how chaotic the world would be. And for those that sit and assume that you looking at your life and you feeling like, you know what? I don't have anything. Or I don't have enough of certain things. Or my life is a certain type of way. What if you got the things that you felt that you were missing in your life? What if you got everything that you wanted in life? Like the things that you wish you had. You wish you had money. You wish you had the job. You wish you got the degree. You wish you had the business. Like, what if you just had, if you could have anything right now and you got it tomorrow? I'm just saying, you wanted something. I'm saying one thing. Some people may be so selfish. They may say, I want my mama back. Welcome in. I want my dad back, my granddaddy back. I want my child back. That don't went on to glory. Like, it's so many things that we would probably ask for if we could have them. And not even knowing that everything that goes on in life is a part of life. Everything that goes on in life is a part of life. And some things don't feel good. It don't always feel good. But we tend to what if ourselves so much that we almost lose sight of reality. We almost lose sight of reality because we want all the good, but we don't want no bad. We want all the good, but we don't want no bad. We don't want rainy days. We don't want rainy days. We don't want the sun never to not shine. We want everything, but we want no bad days. We want everything good because bad days makes us uncomfortable. But realize this. The stuff that you go through, the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, the bads, the days you don't cry, the nights you don't worry. You still here. You still here. Life may not be exactly how you want it to be, but the fact that you've cried a time or two or three in your life, it didn't take nothing from you. But what if you've never cried before? What if you've never went through nothing? Sometimes a lot of people would not even know God, meet God, talk to God. They would not deal with God, won't pray. They won't do nothing if they didn't go through some bad. And sometimes you need to go through a little bad just to keep you grounded. Because just imagine how cocky you would be if you never went through not one thing. No loss, no heartache, no, like if you never knew what it felt like. We live in a world where everybody wants something easy. They want it to come fast. And that old song, y'all know what song? There's nothing that was anything worth having is worth waiting on and worth working for. Anything worth having. Because when you work for something, when I say work, meaning when you work at it, you tell yourself, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it like this, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it like that, or I'm going to go over here and I'm going to go to school, I'm going to study, like anything worth having. And you put your mind to it and you put the work in, can't nobody, can't no devil on this earth, can't no devil in hell take it from you. And I tell my kids that all the time in school. When you work at it, and in the end, I don't care. Like when I went to school, the first degree I got, I couldn't see the end goal because it was 2 years. I couldn't see it. When I was a single parent, I couldn't see this side of life. Because all I endured was heartache, pain. It was hard being a single parent. I struggled. So I couldn't see my kids being older, my kids working and doing good for themselves. I couldn't see that side. All I could see was what was in front of me. Now I can look back over my life and say, but look at me now. And of course, life don't feel good. It don't feel good. And I can say this, and I know women that have had children. If you birthed a child into this world, you brought a child into this world, you're going to understand me. Because when you pregnant, if you've ever been pregnant and you've had to endure, you had to endure being pregnant, because it takes 9 months. It takes 9 months to get that way. And when you have your child or when you get ready to have your baby, sometimes in the end, close to the end, it's like miserable being pregnant. When you 9 months pregnant, you're miserable because your feet swelling up. Sometimes you retain water. You don't sleep good at night. You can't sleep on your stomach. You just gaining weight everywhere. Like, it's a lot when you have a child. But when that child is birthed into this world, then you go to seeing what you carry. You see what you carried in your womb. And then you can once you have your child, you be like, okay, now it's time to get back to me. And if you've ever been if you've ever been pregnant, and while you was pregnant, your baby daddy, your husband, your man, your side piece, whatever, they mistreated you, they dogged you. Because I've been pregnant and I've been walked like a dog while I was pregnant. And I used to tell myself, oh, baby, I can't wait to have this baby. Because once I have this baby, because sometimes these men, I'm only talking to women. Y'all know I don't like simple-minded people. I'm talking to women that can understand what I'm saying. This ain't everybody. I've been mistreated while I was pregnant. Like when I was pregnant, I don't been pregnant so bad. I don't been pregnant and mistreated so bad. I used to be saying, "Ooh, when I had this baby." Because sometimes the men that you deal with, they be forgetting that you don't be pregnant forever. Some of these men will treat you like you're going to be pregnant forever. And you have to remind yourself, I ain't going to be pregnant forever. Because when I had this baby, you ain't going to be able to treat me. My girl said she understand. You know what I'm saying? I need women that understand, because sometimes you got to remind yourself, I ain't going to be pregnant forever, because they feel like you pregnant or you ain't going to cheat on them. You ain't going to do this. You ain't going to do that. But baby, when you drop that load, where my ladies at that understand what I'm saying? When you drop that load, baby, you ain't nobody to be played up with. Because now I ain't pregnant no more. Now we on the same playing field. You understand me, y'all? You understand? But sometimes when you pregnant, you have to go through that journey. And when you go through that journey and you come out on the other side, you done brought that child in this world and they don't mistreated you, don't play with you. They don't play with you. They don't mistreated you. Now you ain't pregnant no more. That part. Now you ain't pregnant no more. Now the child here. The child here. I'm just saying that to speak on life. Sometimes you got to endure even when it don't feel good. Because while you pregnant, sometimes it don't feel comfortable. But you endure it till you brought that child into this world. And sometimes that's what life is. Sometimes you're going to have to endure to the end. Sometimes you got to go see that thing through. Sometimes you're going to have to, you want a different job. Sometimes you want a different job. You're going to have to put the work in at this job, fill out the application, fill out the resume, and put the work in to get the job. Don't ever walk away from one job without having another job. Sometimes women tend to lose themselves in relationships being mothers. And sometimes it'll take a walk past a mirror to look at themselves and say, wait a minute, I've lost myself. What if you went and worked out and lost the weight that you didn't like and messed around and got fine? What if you really could lose that stomach? You ever been, like, I'm serious, there's sometimes men can make you feel bad about the way you look, and you mess around and tell yourself, I'm challenging myself. For those that have been following me on my lives, they know February 22nd, we all vowed to have $50. I have my $50. I actually got more than $50 because I'm still saving. I'm just saving the money, and I have the money that I said, plus some. What if we really did save that $50? And then what if we start saving $50 a month? Every month we say, okay, $50, $50. What if we really did that? Like, some people want things, for instance, they want to get out of debt. They want to save money. They want to be a better money manager. And what if you was on my live last month and you vowed to get the $50 by this month? Like, what if you really did that? Because if you really set your mind to something and you tell yourself, I'm going to do this, Saving that $50 it may be small to some people, but that might be a big accomplishment for somebody else that probably ain't never thought about saving money. You don't know me, I don't know you, but you heard the words that I said and you told yourself, I want to get in on this by the February 22nd. I want to be able to save this money. It may be small to some people, but it might be big to you and you. You mess around and save $50, something that you ain't never done in your life, been able to save no money. What if you did it and then you started a chain reaction? Okay, then you can tell yourself, if I can save this $50, I can save another $50. And then it becomes a habit. I can save another $50. You may not become a millionaire in 3 months. Getting these $50 on February 22nd, it don't mean we gonna be millionaires, but it just means that we stood 10 toes down and we dedicated ourselves to something that may have been hard for a lot of us because we don't ever save nothing, and we can come up to the board and say, I got my $50. Sometimes you need a oomph. You need a little push. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes you got to be quiet and just listen and take in what somebody's saying. What if listening to me got you to the point where you want to be? I'm going to say that again. What if, because today's topic is what if. What if listening to me got you to where you want to be? You don't know me. You don't know me. You've never met me a day in your life. But what if some of the stuff that I be talking about on my live, what if some of that stuff really is happening? What if it's really real? When I say you need to love yourself before somebody else can love you. What if me saying trust God and you start to trust God and it really works? What if you started loving you again? What if you became a better woman? Because just listening to somebody on social media, on TikTok. Thank you. What if you came across my live and it changed your life? It changed the way you thought. What if you really detox your subconscious and you stop thinking on a lower level or thinking as if you can't have everything God promised you? What if you really could have everything God promised you? But it comes in due time, in due season. And y'all know there's a season for everything. There's a time to cry. There's a time to rejoice. There's a time to throw up your hand. There's a time to walk away. There's a time to stay. There's a time and a place, a season. And we all may be in different seasons in our lives. But what if it was meant for you to come across my page and follow me, listen to me, get your journal, write in it? What if I say something that really do change your life? You will never know unless you really took heed to what I've been saying. And y'all know, I don't think I know everything. But I do know that sometimes some people don't hear people say, I'm proud of you. Sometimes some people don't hear people say, I love you, and it ain't nothing you can do about it. Sometimes some people don't hear people say that don't know them, I want to see you win, and ain't trying to get nothing from you. Like they literally, like, I'm not trying to get nothing from you. What if I was really sincere? What if my heart was good? What if my heart was really good? What if I did pray for you, like hard down prayed for you, and I went and I interceded for you, like for real, and you don't know me, and you ain't never trust nobody, nor believed in nobody, and you trying to figure out, why should I trust somebody on social media? But what if you did for real? Like, when it comes down to you, everybody in the chat put me versus me. Everybody in the chat put me versus me. Put me versus me. Beginning of this year, we started with that. We started with me versus me. It's February. We started the me versus me in January. How's that working for you? Have you really stopped and thought about somebody like me on social media is telling you to get in competition with you? Like, I'm not telling you to compete with nobody. I'm not telling you to give me anything. I'm not telling you to give somebody else something. My first thing when January started is me telling you is you versus you. Me versus me is that's you versus you. You ain't in competition with nobody but yourself. You got your own foot on your neck. You've looked at yourself and say, I got to detox my subconscious. I got to stop walking around here as if I'm not a daughter of a king or a son of a king. I got to start walking around here as if don't nobody care for me. Don't nobody care about my well-being. Don't nobody understand what I've been through. I cannot, you got to just stop and look at yourself and really look at yourself in the mirror. And what if you fall back in love with you way before, even if you in a marriage, even if you in a relationship? What if you fell back in love with you and then you mess around and come back across somebody and they tell you it's something about you? Just the way you talk, I can tell you love you. And you looking and saying to yourself, I love me. Not that you ain't been through nothing. What if you come across a man and y'all sit down and have grown up conversations? And this is a what if moment. What if you sat there and you told this man the good, the bad, like you were sincere? And in your mind, you saying, oh, he gonna run because I got kids. Oh, he gonna run because I ain't shaped like a Coke bottle. Oh, he gonna run because I own a business. Oh, he gonna run because I'm a boss chick. He gonna run because I got alphabet in front of my name. Like, a lot of women be feeling like men be intimidated. But what if he wasn't intimidated by you? And I'm going to tell y'all a secret about a lot of men. And I'm a woman. A lot of men are teddy bears. They got to be tough and rough and puff and, but they are teddy bears. That part. Men are big teddy bears. And they like to be loved. Grown men. I'm talking about grown men. Grown men like to be loved. They like to be held. A lot of them like for you to stroke their ego. They want to save you. And I'm not talking about save how y'all thinking. I'm talking about if you in distress, they want to be the hero. And this ain't no script. This ain't no script. They want to be the hero. What if he really was that man? And y'all sat down and y'all had a grown-up conversation. And after you don't unload it on him, telling him, oh, I'm a teacher, I'm a lawyer, I'm a doctor, I got my PhD, I own a daycare, I own a shoe business, I own a club. And he's still sitting there like, okay. What if y'all got together and you had an attitude or y'all got into an argument and he still didn't leave? What if you was a single parent and you didn't know how to parent? Like you don't know how to just parent your kids just buck wild, but he come in the picture. Because sometimes they'll tell you, child, ain't nobody gonna want you because you got them kids. And he mess around to come around and like your kids, love your kids. What if a man met you don't healed from what broke you, and you not holding every man hostage? He came across you, and you was the one. I'm just talking like, what if? What if you cheated? You was a side chick. What if you was a side chick? And you was bad enough to take that man from that woman? Listen, there are some bad side chicks. I'm not finna sit on social media and lie. Some of these women fine. I'm talking about fine in real life. I'm serious. We not gonna act like all the side pieces nappy headed, bald headed, shaped up. No, there are some real. I'm talking about what if you was bad? I'm talking about you was bad, and you did take that man from that lady. You took her husband, and when you got him, you realize the wife was the real boss. The wife was the go-getter. The wife was what held him down. The wife what kept him together. The wife was the reason why he was able to provide for you and her. Like, what if you found out the man that you've been sleeping with, cheating with, and you bad enough and you took him, but then you realize he wasn't what you thought he was. He was something else. He was something else. And you realize that he wasn't what you thought he was. Am I back, YouTube? YouTube say they can't hear me, y'all. Am I back? I'm sorry. See, I'm just talking and talking. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just talking, and I just assume y'all can hear me. Y'all, I have a headache, but I'm going on with my live. I'm doing better than I thought. I had took some medicine, and I have a headache. So y'all see how calm I am today? I'm calm because I have a headache, but I wanted to get on and talk today. But listen, when we talk about what if, and y'all know I was saying that, and this is what I said about women. When a woman be assuming that they know it all it is to know about men, they don't know the half. Because if you a grown woman and you've encountered a grown man, you know that ain't no grown man saying, oh, I don't want to be with her because she got children, or because her stomach look like that. Grown men don't care nothing about you having children or your stomach looking a certain type of way, because he knows that you've brought life into this world. Grown men know that you've carried life in your body, in your womb, and they know every woman's body is not the same. That grown men are not around here saying, And I'm not saying every grown man, because there's some men that want you with a flat stomach, big behind. But every man on this earth ain't sitting here saying that's what they want. A lot of women assume. So what if you had some good, you got 2 or 3 children, and you encounter a man that come in and love you the correct way? But you would never know that unless you gave him a chance. We got to stop running away from what ifs. We got to stop running away from the unknown. I'm glad I walked away from the situation, because I wouldn't be married right now if I had stayed longer than I was supposed to stay. I stayed 3 years too long. That was long enough for me. 3 years too long. I endured it was never a physical, it was verbal. But I stayed 3 years too long. The link is in my bio if you ever want to read my book. Sometimes we got to stop assuming that the job that you want is out of your grasp. Excuse me, you can't say you want a certain type of job and you ain't doing nothing to get that job. You can't say you want to get out of debt and save money, and you've been on here listening to me, and we said on February 22nd we're gonna have at least $50. You cannot want it that bad when you don't even take that. I ain't say send me $50. I ain't say buy. I said you save at least $50 by February 22nd. You see how that go? I want you to win. I want you to win. Like, I want you to have a peace of mind. Everybody don't want to be in a relationship. Everybody don't want to be married. People don't even see. Some women don't even want children. You understand me? Not everybody wants what the American dream looks like. And it's okay. But for those that do want it, it is reachable. You can have it. You can have anything your heart desires. I'm going to come up close. I'm going to come up close to say this. Y'all know we serve a big God, right? We serve a big God. Like, not the little one, the big one. We serve a big God. God, first of all, created you in your mother's womb. Before mommy and daddy thought about you, God knew exactly who you would be when you got in there. He knows everything about you. God sees things abroad. And some of y'all gonna say, I do this all the time, but a lot of us never really stopped and thought about it. Sometimes you got to tell God, thank you for the bad. Sometimes you got to thank God for the no's. Sometimes you got to thank God for, dang, I did that. I made a mistake, but you still here. Sometimes you got to thank God for when it was uncomfortable. Sometimes you got to thank God when you didn't know how you was going to make it through, but you made it. But you made it. You probably can stand back right now as we speak because you can hear my voice and say, "Ooh, Lord, I remember when. I remember when I didn't think I was going to make it. I remember when it was so hard for me, I couldn't pay attention. I remember when I had sleepless nights. I can remember a lot of sleepless nights, but you here right now today, February 2026. Sometimes you got to tell God there's somebody that did not make it, but you made it. And every time somebody said that you wouldn't, you wasn't, you couldn't, you did, you will. And everything that you don't have right now, everything that you don't have right now, it doesn't compare to what you do have right now. It may look heavier on that other side, like I ain't got this, I ain't got that, I don't got that, I sure ain't got that, I wish I had that. If I could have that and what that'll look like, and you may have a bag full of what else. But sometimes you got to look at what you do have. It ain't compared to what you've lost. It can't compare to what you've been through and what people said. And I try to speak life into each one of y'all because I don't know if growing up as a child, somebody cussed you out, told you couldn't do it, you wasn't going to make it, you wasn't going to amount to nothing. Your baby daddies told you wasn't about a quarter, no man ain't going to want you. You got all those kids, your kids ain't going to amount to nothing. I don't know if on your job today somebody told you weren't going to get that promotion and you was always going to be that. I don't know if somebody told you couldn't go back to school and you couldn't have what you wanted. I don't know what. And here I am always telling you, you can make it. I pour into you telling you beautiful. I tell you to love you more than somebody else love you. I tell you, even though he broke your heart, he walked away, he ain't no man to your children. He cheated on you, mistreated you. He fumbled you. I still tell you to forgive him. I tell you, even though your mama wasn't a real mama to you and she can't tell you nothing, I tell you to forgive her, not for you. Not for her, but for you. I tell you, every day ain't going to be no good day. I don't come on my live and say every day gonna be a good day. I never get on here and say you'll never have a hard time. I tell you when it ain't comfortable. I don't care if you saved. I don't care if you go to church. I don't care if you got a husband. I tell you it's okay because there's going to be times in your life where it's going to be hard to smile. I tell you these things because this side of TikTok is real. I'm one of the realest live hosts you're going to come across. Listen. I want to be in the A-League. I would love for my live to be jumping with gifts. I get on here. I don't think now time today I've asked anybody to send me a gift. I'm just on here talking. I jumped off the porch even before I hit 10,000 taps today because I have a headache. I took medicine and I still wanted to speak to y'all. But I'm telling you, sometimes you just got to live in the moment. Hey, honeys. You got to live in the moment and you got to stop assuming because your life good and your life good and your life good that somebody else ain't going through something or don't went through something. Because one thing we all know, life gon' life. And it might not be your day today. Might not be your day tomorrow. Might not even be your day next week, next month, next year. But life will always find a way down your street. I don't care if you live in a gated community. I don't care what kind of job you got. I don't care what kind of title you have. I don't care if you single or you married. I don't care what race you are. I don't care if you live in California, you live in New York, you live in Florida. I don't care if you live in South Dakota, you live in Ohio. It don't matter if you live in Russia, you live in Jamaica, you live in Haiti, you live in Puerto Rico, you live in whatever it is. Life gon' life. You cannot run. You can't run, but it ain't what you go through. It's how you go through it, and it's how you act when you in it. Because there are times where you may sit and be bad, Mr. Bad. Oh, I ain't gonna never. Quit saying that, because you know when your time gonna come. I get on here and I talk to y'all as if we down the street. I talk to y'all as if I know you've been going through something or you've went through something, because I know I ain't the only one that done went through some things. That it done been times where I felt like giving up. I ain't want to do it. I felt like I ain't happy. I ain't loving me. I ain't doing right. I don't mistreated people. I don't gossip about people. I don't talk. I don't act like it don't happen. I don't act like my children perfect. I don't act like my husband perfect. I don't act like my life perfect. I act as if today, today was an all right day. I don't do that, because one thing I know, I'm not talking to everybody that's the same. We're not the same. I can give advice, and one thing I do, I will speak on something that I've been through to try to get somebody to understand you don't have to go through it, or you don't have to continue to go through it if you just be quiet and you listen. And you will come out on the other side. Even when it don't feel good. Even when you don't understand. Even when you don't understand. You ever woke up one day and all hell broke loose in your life? I'm talking about, hey, since I ain't seen you in a minute. All hell broke loose. I'm talking about you woke up, can't find your keys, go outside, your tie flat, you get to the job, they getting on your nerves, the children at school acting up, your husband acting rude, your stomach hurting, it's raining, you just a hot mess today. Money looking funny, your bills due, and you like, Lord, leave me alone. I can't take no more. Like, it's days where you just be like, man, listen, I don't care about nothing. Then there are days, look at that. Then there are days where you happy-go-lucky, everything falling in place. It's just a good day all around. We have days, but let me tell you something. Every day ain't no good day, and every day sure ain't no bad day. And if you get up every day and you don't ever feel like you got nothing to be thankful for, grateful for, that part. Like, I try to put up a message every day, one way or another, just talk. Whatever be on my heart, on my mind, I make my video and I let it be out there. Because like I said, on this side of TikTok, on this side of YouTube, we talk real talk. I don't get on here and allow nobody to get on here and be perfect. I don't let nobody get on here and point fingers. Like, I encounter women that say, oh, he cheated on me, he lied to me, he manipulated me, he took something from me. And I let y'all know, unless he dropped that ski and strong-armed you, he didn't take nothing. You actually gave it to him. And I don't like when women get on my live that got 3 kids from the same man, and you want to say he ain't by the quarter. Wait a minute. If he wasn't by the quarter, 3 kids in, what that say about you? Because after the first child, you laid down and had another one and then another one, but he ain't by the quarter. Baby, if he ain't by the quarter, you laid down with him 3 times, got 3 kids, you ain't by the quarter. But it's always his fault. It's always his fault. It ain't never your fault. You say that women get on and complain, oh, he don't help me pay no bills, or he ain't got no job. First of all, I tell you, you as a grown woman and you've been on your job more than 90 days, you ain't got no business even encountering and letting nobody speak in your ear that's in between jobs. You in between jobs, we ain't got nothing coming. Because if you broke, he ain't got no business dealing with you. And 9 out of 10, most men ain't settling. Nope, it ain't the men that settle, it's y'all women, us women. We will settle for potential real quick. We'll look at something and on the outside it look good, but won't take our time and get to know them. Or we've been through hell and high water, and by the time we heal ourselves, we'll go back in the situation. We'll stay in the situation because we don't want to be alone. I know women right now that done been through hell and high water, left that broken situation, and don't jump their hot tail back in another situation, ain't take the time to heal themselves and love themselves in order to get the love that they need. They just jumping from here to there, ain't took the time and fell in love with them. I tell women, I yell, I scream, I say it all the time. No, can't nobody love you like you. Jesus, that's a whole different. I'm talking about another human being. I don't care how much they say they love you. If you don't love you, they're not going to love you, because they like, if you don't love you, why should I love you? If you don't respect you, they're not going to respect you. Respect is given. You can't just say, let me take that back. You got to demand respect. You got to demand respect. You got to demand it. And quit walking around here wanting things that you can't reciprocate. What if you met him, you reciprocate, you asked for things and you reciprocated? What if you met him and he reciprocated and y'all got together and things was good? Where my girl Yanni at? I got a girl on here, Yanni. Yanni a police officer, so don't mess with us. Don't mess with us. Because my girl will come get y'all. Clink, clink. My girl a police officer. When I met Yanni, she wasn't giving nobody the time of the day. My girl Yanni wasn't giving nobody the time of the day. Like, I'm serious. This is a true story. Like, she was not giving nobody the time of the day. Me and her had a few one-on-ones. We had a few conversations. And all I did was listen and poured into her. Now, her and that man together, they about to get married. I'm just speaking it into existence, Johnny. Not because she paid me $1 million. Not because I gave her some fall in love, get rich scheme. Like, no. We just had a real grown-up conversation. You feel what I'm saying? And because sometimes you got to be quiet and listen. And I tell y'all this all the time. I know a lot of people assume that the only way somebody can really talk to you and pour into you, they got to have PhD in front of their name. If they ain't got PhD in front of their name, y'all don't want to talk to them. Some of y'all listening to me saying she don't know nothing. How can she even know nothing? She on social media. Social media has been created and people use it for good and bad. I've used my platform to reach women, talk to them, even men get on here. And just so that somebody can understand, you may be running, because my girl Yanni was running. My girl said, we love it here. My girl Yanni was running from love. She wasn't giving nobody the time of the day. But when she took a step back and realized it wasn't the men, it was her, because she had a wall up. She had a wall up, and that wall was protecting her. Baby, when we got through talking, baby, we was chip, just chipping at that wall, because you got to love you. You can't expect the love that you want for you from somebody else. And a lot of us do it. And even as a mother, and I say this, quit just being a mother. Yes, love your kids, pour into your kids, but understand them kids gonna get grown and get older and leave you. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this stuff to cook. I want to write this out the girls. Yes. We got to sometimes stop that. We got to stop assuming that the only time, listen, and y'all notice since I've been doing my live, there are some people been following me for a long time. Like they've been following me. I have never just cussed somebody out. I've never just cussed. Like I don't get on here and go to cussing. I actually talk. Some people don't feel like you can get nothing unless they cussing. I don't get on here. I've never cussed nobody out on my live. I may say hell here or there, whatever, but I don't get on here. And some people feel like this ain't real. This got to be fake. She got to be faking. Oh, she acting holier than thou. No, because I said I don't want my platform like that because I don't feel like you got to cuss nobody out to get your point across. I'm talking to y'all so calm and y'all can understand what I'm saying and I ain't cussing nobody out. Some people feel like when I be saying that is not a relationship. Somebody said, yes, you do. It's not a relationship unless you and your man, you and your spouse. Y'all know, since y'all been following me, I've never, even when I have to get somebody together and walk them like a dog, I still don't cuss nobody out. Y'all can't never go on near one of my recordings and say, you cuss somebody out. Nope. I don't have to cuss nobody out. And some people is used to that. This right here, what I'm doing, a lot of people not used to it. They're not used to somebody getting their point across without cussing. Let me wash my hands, y'all. If you're not cussing and being belligerent and doing all, I may raise my voice, but I don't feel like I gotta cuss y'all out to get my point across because I'm gonna say what I gotta say and you can get on, get off, or get on over there. You ain't gotta be on my live. And I'm not mad. You feel what I'm saying? But some people cannot do that. Yes. What did I do with the freaking hot dogs? I know I got some hot dogs in my book. Yeah, some people can't understand that. Y'all know my husband on the healthy kick, so he be wanting me to make his lunch. I'm finna get ready to make my husband some lunch. I'm only making something simple tonight. I have a headache, so your girl is making something simple tonight. I'm gonna make some macaroni and hot dogs. I need to ask y'all a real question. Like I said, it's alive. This is alive. Do y'all, or is it just me? Do people in your house, the man and the children, do they eat up everything and leave the empty box? I'm just asking. Or is it just my house? Because why is this empty box in the cabinet? Why couldn't they not throw it in the trash? Anybody understand me? Or is it just my house? Because for the life of me, I can't understand that. Why can't they throw the box in the garbage? You eat it, you know you're getting the last one. Okay, it ain't just me. Okay, that's what I'm telling y'all. This is a live hope. This is a live. Like we live. We live. Like I just went in the cabinet and looked for something, and that box. I'm like, why is this box empty? This is why I love y'all, cause y'all gonna keep it real. Y'all gonna keep it real with y'all, girl. Y'all ain't gonna get on my live and act like y'all house so perfect, y'all man. And it be the man and the children, ladies. It be the man and the children, cause we don't do that kind of stuff. Why would I leave an empty box? I'm going to throw it in the garbage. I'm just saying. We don't do that kind of stuff. These men. And then when you ask them, don't nobody know what happened and why it's there. They ain't nobody did it. So I guess Casper the Ghost did it, y'all. I guess Casper the Ghost did it. I don't know. But yes. Hey, Lady T, how you doing, girl? I'm just saying, y'all. It's just mind-boggling to me. But yes, Like I was saying, that part. Listen, y'all, I thought it was just me. But I'm glad y'all real. Because I don't be liking to talk to nobody that don't like to keep it real with me. I don't like to talk to people that don't like to keep it real because I don't got time for that fake stuff because I'm going to be real with y'all. But yeah, listen. Excuse me. I'm just talking today. Just, just couldn't understand. Wait, he says, I must be an average man then. If you're washing one car or one plate, you're wasting dish. What are you talking about, man? What is you talking about? But listen, like I said, I got a headache today, but I still came through. Yesterday I had my procedure done. I had a procedure done yesterday because I have real bad acid reflux, y'all. Like everything at nighttime, like when I lay down, it come up. So I had to go. They had to put me to sleep, y'all. And I won't even lie, y'all. I was in there saying, Jesus, Jesus. My anxiety was going through the roof because the first thing I said, and I think a lot of people think this, like, what if I go to sleep and I don't wake up? Like, I was just, all kind of stuff was going through my head. And I was just like, Jesus, take care of me. I was real, like my anxiety. But, I made it through. But I'll be honest with y'all. That I'm saved. But it's still, like, it freaked me out. And I think that's anybody when somebody tell you, well, we got to put you to sleep to do this. But I came through okay. But last night, I didn't get no good rest. I think my body still had all that anesthesia in it. My body had all that anesthesia in it. So I didn't sleep because I think that's why I got like a little headache. But I took some medicine when I came in. But it's okay. But listen. I hope y'all enjoy. Oh, you was? See what I'm saying? See, that's why I love y'all. That was meant to be. That's why I love y'all, because y'all gonna keep it real with me. Because y'all ain't gonna be on here. I don't like fake people be trying to act like they ain't never been scared. I'm saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost, filled, baptized, believing, tongue talking saved. And I was. I was like, Lord, I was thinking all kinds of stuff. But the Lord saw me through. I hope y'all enjoyed my life. Y'all, when I tell y'all I'm so calm today, because I have a real bad headache. So I was just talking because I didn't get on yesterday. So I was like, you know what? I want to get on here and talk today. And I jumped right on and went to talking. I didn't even wait to 10,000 taps today. And y'all know I normally wait to 10,000 taps. But your girl got on here. If any, what about people that's doing the $50 challenge? If you're doing the $50 challenge, put the $50, put $50, the money sign $50. Let me know how many people doing it. Because your girl got hers. Thank you, Sexy T. I got mine. We've made a vow to all have $50 by February 22nd. And February 22nd coming up. So I hope everybody's standing on business. I hope everybody's standing on business. That part. I hope everybody's standing on business. February 22nd, I hope everybody able to say they got their $50. Because we serious about this. We want to get out of debt. $50 at a time. We want to get out of debt $50 at a time. Listen, I hope everybody enjoyed my live. I hope y'all take me to 30,000 at least. Woo, 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 woo. Won't he do it? Y'all done said unexpected check. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Y'all tap that screen and take y'all girl to 30,000 taps. Today, it was y'all. I had over 100 and some people in here, and I wasn't yelling and screaming or nothing. I was just calm. I was just real calm today. Your girl got a headache. That girl said she got her $50. Baby, on February 22nd, we gonna come and we gonna let it be known. We standing on business in 2026. You hear me? Like I say, I want you to have a peace of mind. I want to see you smile. I want to see that skin glowing. I want to see that hair growing. I want you to fall back in love with you. I don't care if you married. I don't care if you single. I don't care if you got kids. You don't got kids. I don't care if you made a mistake. I don't care if you fell down. I don't care if you got a baby daddy. I don't care if you got a fiance. I still want you to love you. Because if you don't love you, all that other stuff ain't even gonna matter because you're gonna be miserable because you're gonna be still walking around here waiting for love from something and somebody else. I don't care what kind of job you got. I don't care. I don't care what kind of job you got. And I hope y'all enjoyed my live today. I ain't even do all that yelling. If you have not followed me, please follow me. If you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube, go subscribe to me at Pretty Brown 43. If you haven't found me on other platforms, find my name. My name on the other platform is Charnetta Pray. Y'all, I'm cooking for my husband real quick. I'm making his lunch for tomorrow. See, there are some women, we're going to do this in real life, and we do it because we love them. I'm going to cook for my husband. I don't know about y'all. I'm going to cook for mine. He ain't perfect, but he a good man, Savannah. He a good man, Savannah. He ain't perfect, but he a good man, Savannah. He a good man, Savannah. Some people be around here worried about how somebody else gonna feel. I don't care about if nobody on this live don't cook for that man. I'm gonna cook for mine. I'm just gonna make, this is his lunch. Now what he eat for dinner, child, I don't know. I'm making his lunch for tomorrow. This is his lunch for like 2 days. And then he put a side of steamed vegetables. I sure do. I don't be worried about what nobody gonna say. I don't even really be caring, y'all. I'ma step by mine. I'ma step 10 toes down. I saw a post the other day. That girl had them boots front of that door. Child, that thing made me want to shout all over the place. She said, I don't mind picking up my man boots by the door. And I mean, she better pick them boots up by that door. Girl, y'all better get y'all a man with some boots by that door. Because if he got some boots, he got some work ethic in him. And I ain't talking about no regular work boots. I'm talking about them work boots with a little paint on them, a little water stain on them, a little dust on them. I'm talking about the kind you have to keep by the front door. I'm talking about them kind of work boots. I'm talking about the kind that's leaning a little bit, y'all. You feel what I'm saying? That part, leaning a little bit. Work boots. That's why I'm going to cook his lunch. I'm going to cook for my husband. But listen, y'all understand me? But listen, I hope everybody enjoyed my live, even though it was a little bit more calmer. But I still got on, even though I had a bad headache. I got a pounding headache. And I think because I didn't rest good last night. But I'm about to get ready to get off. I'm going to finish cooking for my husband. Even though I got a headache, I'm going to go ahead and cook for him and my son. Take me a shower and get in my bed. You feel what I'm saying? My husband is at, who's Emily? My husband is at work. He working out. But yes, I'm gonna finish cooking his dinner. But listen, not his dinner, his lunch. But I hope y'all appreciate my live, enjoyed it. I'm glad that y'all got y'all girl to 3,000, 30,000. It's fine. Normally I'm screaming about 100 some thousand, but I'm good. But listen, I want you to know that I love you. I love you. I love you. Let's get ready to pray. Let's get ready to pray. Yeah, I know. Let's get ready to pray. Repent of all my sins, Lord Jesus. I come to you humble. Thank you in advance for choosing me to be the person you chose to speak to your people, Lord. Cover me from the top of my head to the sole of my feet. Please the blood of Jesus over the airways, over my son, over my husband. Cancel any following spirits, any monitoring spirits, any jumping spirits. Lord, throw your weight around. Do what only you can do. Close everything that needs to be closed. Open everything that needs to be open. Lord, I'm asking that you heal me. And if anybody's sick on my life, you said by your stripes we are healed. If anybody weak on my life, I'm asking that you make them strong, because you said when we are weak, you are strong. Lord, go back 36 generations and uproot anything not sent by you. Anything not sent by you. I cancel any doubt in spirits. Any spirits that they have that what if and they're not so sure because they're afraid of the unknown. Lord, allow them to sit and be quiet and listen and hear from you, Lord. Lord, I'm asking that you protect their goings and their comings. Give them sweet sleep tonight. Close the mouths of the enemy. Close the ears of the prince of the air. Anything not sent by you, I cancel it. I'm not wondering what you're going to do. I'm thanking you in advance for what you're about to do. In your son, Jesus' name, amen. Listen, I know today's live was short and sweet, and it's fine. Your girl got a headache. So tomorrow, I hope I'm feeling a whole lot better. You know, we can really get down and through that. But today was kind of good. It was simple. Listen, I want you to know something. I love you. And it ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't do nothing to change my mind. Even if I have to walk you like a dog, I still love you. Till tomorrow.